All right, so today is the 14th, and today was a little red day for me. I tried AGRI, which was I classified it as a bounce short, as it had gone from the 270s to the 480s. I talked about this with a few other traders, and they kind of disagreed with me. One guy said I should use the previous day close as the area to start counting the percentage for the bounce short, which would not have been the minimum criteria, which is about 50 to 70%. I just thought you used the low from the run. So that's something to consider. Overall, I guess there's a few things not great about this setup. Anyways, one, the price point is on the lower side, and I'm not good at that. And then regardless, I overtraded this. I've traded about 30,000 shares today. If we go back to the 1 minute chart, I started in here about 420s because it had bounced a lot. This pre-market probably not worth it, and I took a little loss and I got out here, and that was for basically a $7 gain. All this 4,000 shares. So scratch, waste of time, waste of energy. And then I started in here. My original mentality was to risk off basically the 450s, and it looked really weak. So I added, and then it just swiped through, and I cut it all because I guess I had too much size at that point. I forgot my 450 plan. That would have worked at least reasonably well to just get out for break even, but I put it back on, covered a little bit, and then I got out again. And here I'm going pretty much 2,000 shares every time. So by the time it kept with 480s, I had about $1,300 loss, which is more than my 1% loss. And I took one more try at it, and I took them all out in the low 420s because it looked like it was holding, and minimized my loss, took about a $340 loss on the day, and tried it one more time here and reduced my loss again. But commissions are about 150, and then my locates are probably another 100. So this is about a $500 loss on the day. It's not the end of the world. A little bit frustrating. Pretty interesting though, because over here there was an announcement that Russia was basically, or not Russia, Putin is shutting down like grain exports. So the chart looks pretty strong, to be honest. Although it is pretty extended from 1 to 5, so that's like nearly 500%. Tomorrow, I think what I'd like to see is like a gap down for like the 380s, possible long. I'm super apprehensive though because I imagine it would just break down at this point, but I'm not going to short it here anymore. There's no conviction on the short side. A lot of consolidation up here, unless 380s like it slammed into 380s and did a big bounce, then I could short into that. But at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it continues. They're supposed to start the ban tomorrow, so that could be a big catalyst. And if it gets through 5, maybe I'll go 10, 15, something wild. So that's my idea for tomorrow. I don't really want to give back any more gains. I want to wait for the next big setup. But if this does break out, it could be huge. So I don't even need to take a big position size. I overtraded today. So this is the idea is that I have these 2 Pikachu stuffed animals, and I'm just going to put them on my desk, because after 2 trades, I generally just tend to go down the toilet. So I'm going to give myself those 2, and each time I take a trade, I'll just remove one, and then I'll have a physical reminder that I'm done, and see how that works for tomorrow. Because, discipline is my constant battle. I don't think I have a problem with my strategies for the most part, but it's proving to be a struggle, and I need to try something else and see if that works. Last thing is, I guess, the overall market is pretty weak. And this thing I lost like 5,000 on last month looks like it might finally break down. I'm not gonna, I'm eyeing it. It went down to the 440s and bounced. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on that. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the end for this stock, but I'm not gonna do it as my main watch right today. The line in the sand is still at 420, so once it's under that, I'm pretty sure I'll go 3 or lower, but we'll see.